97.3 is Chris Ello joining me on the Sports Rail. Chris, long time no see.
Good to be back.
What do you want to talk about first?
Anything. How about LeBron James debuting with the Lakers?
Or can you, just because I stacked it differently, can we talk about...
Would you like me to talk about what we're talking about?
Yes.
That's how this works.
What does it say about the commitment process that a kid who seemed like Utah was near and dear to his heart is leaving after?
Well, obviously we don't know because some of the details are just coming out now. But just in general, I think high school kids and everyone else in our society is just in too big of a hurry. Enjoy your high school career, play your high school career, listen to all your offers, then make your decision when you're ready. This looks to me like a decision that maybe was made a little too early. Then he got to Salt Lake City, realized it snows a whole lot more there than it does up at Mission Hills.
It's really cold. Speaking of decisions, Nick Bosa is making a unique... we've all seen high-profile college athletes blow off their low-rent bowl games, get ready for the pros. Now you have a guy blowing off the second half of his season and big-name bowl games.
Stop the charade. I mean, look, this kid doesn't need to play at Ohio State. He's going to be a top 2 or 3 draft pick in the NFL. Everybody's told him so. He's got a brother named Joey who plays for the Chargers who can afford to help him with his rehab and pick up the tab. So, yeah, why hang around at Ohio State when he doesn't want to go to school?
Why, you don't have to soak in the hot tub there because he's getting bet.
Right, most kids would have to stay in school and use the facilities.
Speaking of facilities, the Chargers are up using their Costa Mesa facilities. But this big news, a bomb dropped by, is it Seth Wickersham?
Yeah.
He says that the owners are gathering to talk about the team's viability. Apparently that SSL revenue, the stadium seat license revenue, is going to come in well below projections. And those tickets, the SSLs, are actually affordable by LA standards.
Yes. Instead of making, what, $400 million, the Chargers are now supposed to make about $150 million. And the NFL owners are just figuring this out now, I guess. I mean, we figured it out already, that the Chargers are not being well received in Los Angeles. So now the natural question is, should they come back to San Diego? I think everybody's, it's been long enough. We'd take them back in a heartbeat, wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
I like all the people that are like, oh, no, I never want to see the whole... If the NFL were to come back, we could get a new stadium and the team came back, it would be like, our bad, please come back.
Maybe all that singed paraphernalia they burned, they would be...
Yeah.
Hey, our Red Sox-Dodger World Series seems one step closer to reality. I know there's a game going on. The baseball world buzzing over the ghost of Steve Bartman. Was this interference or not?
That was interference. Was not interference. I beg your pardon. Watch Mookie Betts' arm. It reaches back to me, which means he's reaching over that yellow line into the stands. Once the ball goes into the stands, fans can reach for it. There's no definitive angle. I understand that.
Well, yours is the most definitive angle.
But that's pretty definitive right there, Paul. It looks like his arm's over that yellow line to me. I can understand why they got the call wrong in the first place because it's a very tough bang-bang call. But on replay, to me, that should have been overturned.
Do we have the definitive angle of the... This was the most definitive...
The one that would have been the definitive angle was
the security guard.
Yeah, the security guard.
All right, well, so let's just quickly. The Lakers are playing tonight. LeBron's debut. Playoff baseball going on as we speak. Thursday night game going on as we speak. They're all three going to be going on at the same time. Which one's going to get the Ello TV viewing?
Well, I'm going to watch the LeBron. I mean, anything LeBron James does, and we've been waiting forever to see him in a Laker uniform. Number one. Number two, that game's over before the other ones to make sure I can get back to KUSI and watch you do the late night sports.
We have about 15 seconds left. The G League, the Gatorade League, they're going to up their salaries to for some players, $125,000. A kid can come out of high school and play professional basketball at the G League level and make 6 figures.
Rather than go to Kentucky and play for John Calipari.
For nothing.
Yeah, I would certainly take this if I was that good of a high school basketball player. Again, I'll go back to what I said before. Why the charade? Why go to school for a semester when we know you're going to go to the NBA anyway? Might as well go do this G League thing. I think it would clean up NCAA basketball, too.
You think it would have? Oh, okay. Well, speaking of which, tonight on the ASR, we're going to have a bunch of highlights, 3 different events. But, Brandon Stone is standing by live. He's at Cal State San Marcos. They're holding a Cougar Madness as the NC2A basketball season looms closer. That's not the only reason there's a celebration in San Marcos. It's their 20-year anniversary of athletics. Brandon Stone is on the scene.
There's a lot of fun here going on inside the Sports Center. You know, this building is part of the resculpting that has happened at Cal State San Marcos. It's been a huge time, and it's going to get even huger tonight when Cougar Madness, the first celebration of the men's and women's basketball team, takes place. It's quiet now, just crash making noise, but soon there's going to be more than 1,000 kids here, and someone knows plenty about what's happened around these parts. Jennifer Milo, the athletic director, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
What does 20 years mean to you?
20 years is a huge celebration of really where we've come. You know, in 1998 is when we started with just a cross-country team. So we had 30 student athletes. Today we have over 313 teams. So we're very excited on where we've come in 20 years.
When you think about it, are you thinking more about, man, the excitement of what the 20 years we've been through, or what do the next 20 years look like?
A little bit of both. I mean, this year we're taking an opportunity to reflect, having NCAA status now, having this beautiful facility. We feel like we've arrived. But now that that is here, when we get to the end of this school year and we're done celebrating, we'll now move on to the next 20 years.
Now tell me, 15 seconds here, encapsulate Cougar Madness. What is going to happen tonight? What are we going to see on the All Sports Report?
Just that, it's madness. So it's a takeoff on Midnight Madness. So it's the first time we'll introduce our basketball teams to the student population. We're looking to pack this place with about 800-900 people. A lot of giveaways, a lot of T-shirts, community support. So we want everybody to come out and enjoy the madness.
And I think they will. Crash, you got anything else for us? You got a shot for us? What do you got? Give me something fun.
Nice.
That'll work.
That's a 10.
That'll work. All right, we are going to come right back here in the next hour. We're going to hear from the men's and women's basketball coaches. It's going to be a fun time. Back to you, Paul.
All right, on behalf of Chris Ello, we have to get a mascot.
Can I do a mascot?
Yes, all right. The KUSI News at 5 p.m. is over. The KUSI News at 6 p.m. is about to begin.